Hello and welcome to the Plays the Thing. My name's Matt. Hello, and you can't see my face today because technical issues, but welcome. Here's my face. Hello. So today we're playing Chapter 2 of Tidal Blades 2, Rise of the Unfolders. I'm not going to go through all the rules this time. I have a Chapter 1 playthrough, which you can watch if you want to know specifics of the rules, but obviously, as we play this, I'll be talking about it anyway. Changes to this are we have a new card. Both our characters, Crowback and Dust, have one new card which has a persistent power, and that has been shuffled, or one of them has been shuffled into our deck, so we have an extra card in our deck. We also have new cards which are goals, and I'll show you these goal cards. So Dust has a goal, and they have two sides to them. So they have two different things that they're trying to get better at. And Dust's is flow and grit. And with flow, deal the exact amount of damage needed to defeat an enemy with a melee attack, which is kind of difficult to do. So you only have to do that once during that mission. And full defense, have 3 or more shells on your shield at the end of your turn. So you have to do that twice. So that's goal here that goes here. And we have little markers that we can put on there. And then Crowback has 2 as well. And his tracks are Redemption and Mastery. And 3 times end your turn in the middle health track. One of his things, his new card that he has is he gets benefits if he's on this middle track, I think. So part of his sort of uniqueness is that he wants to take damage. Oh yeah, that's it. That his wounds actually you can use as attacks. So if he has a wound, you can actually use that card. It becomes an attack. So that's pretty cool. And of course, wounds always stay on the board, so you've always got an extra attack there. So middle track 3 times, or focus stance, boost 2 or more dice with focus on 1 attack. So we only have 2 focus at the moment. These cards come out randomly. There's a certain number of them, like, I don't know how many there are, but yeah, there's only a certain number. So yeah, so that's another added layer to the game. And with this mission, I'll just read you the opening. Well, no, I'm not going to read all of this, but it says you reach the fold's edge, but something goes wrong when you activate the Nexus. You are hit by a powerful blast of energy and are now separated, surrounded by vicious foes. So for this, our objective is regroup at the broken Nexus, which is here. And if we complete the scenario in 8 rounds or less, we gain extra XP, and we lose XP if it takes 11 rounds or more. And to move on with this, if all heroes are on or adjacent to the narrative token A at the end of any hero's turn, read section 2.1. So that's where we are. We both need to get over here. Crowback's here, Dust is here. Also, because we did quite well on the first mission, we only took 1 wound. We have on the first creatures, which are sea hounds. I don't know if that's focusing. Yeah, it's sea hounds. We have this extra mysterious power, which is -1 health whenever the tidal symbol is rolled on die. So if we roll it on attacks, we lose 1 health. Yeah. So we have sea hounds and we have mud crabs. One of the sea hounds is a mutant, this one over here. And sea hounds are sort of different because they will run in, and if they do an attack on me, they will move away again and move away from me in the direction of the attack. So there we go. Where am I going to put my cup? Over here. Yeah, so let us get to it. We'll draw 4 cards. Hopefully I'm not forgetting anything because I haven't been able to play this for a few days. So okay, so basically we want to be able to set up to run. Now Crowback just has an attack in the center, but Dust has a 3 run. So we could start making our way over. Also on the initiative track, you can see Dust is going first at the moment, and the Sea Hounds second, and the Mud Crabs third, and then Crowback at the end. That may change with the card we play. With Dust, we don't kind of mind too much if we get attacked, though, because our persistent power is when you are attacked by an adjacent enemy, it loses 1 life for each attack it rolled, each attack symbol it rolled. So it's a trinite parry. So yeah, we're doing quite a lot of damage back to them when they attack us, which is good because these Sea Hounds are going to run away. So I think we could just do some running, really. Shields, if we get 3 or more shields on our shield at the end of our turn. So we could use synchronized shields. Yeah, maybe that's a good one to use. Oh no, except we're not running very far. But if we play it here or here, we will get 3 shields and do one of our goals. Yeah, let's use that one. And with Crowback, he doesn't have any movement, so it would be good to do some movement. So for example, because he kind of wants to get into that middle track and have a wound, if we get our other persistent power out, Elder Blade, which moves us down and loses us 2 HP but does 4 attack, might be quite useful. But not now because I want to do some moving. So we only really have 1 card we can play, which is Behind My Shell. So we'll put that into the initiative section. Okay, so then we reveal cards for the monsters, for the Sea Hound and the Mud Crab. And then we're moving initiative as is displayed. So Dust is first, she's not moving. Sea Hounds are moving down 1. Mud Crabs are moving up 1. And Crowback is moving up 1. So the enemies have just done a little shuffle around. So it's Dust to go first. So we are not going to be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the Sea Hound. So we're not going to be able to do that. So maybe just do lots of movement Or maybe get one of these goals completed. Yeah, I think we'll set this up. So, oh, you can just see that there. So I'm going to do this section here. So we are getting 3 shells onto our shield. So at the end of the turn, so we have to wait, but we're going to get that. Then we're going to move 2, 1, 2, and we can't attack because we're not close enough. So that's the end of her turn. So then we're going to the crabs. What are they called? Mud crabs, yeah, the crabs. The crabs are moving. So the mud crabs are moving for 2 and attacking for 2. So they're all gonna, are these in the right place? I have a feeling they're not in the right place. Mud crabs. One there. Oh yeah, this one isn't in the right place. It should be there. Don't know why I've done that. All the rest are in the right place. Okay, so in number order, so number 1 is going to move, well, who's the closest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's going to move 2, 1, 2 towards dust. And this one will just move in. And they can't attack. So now it's the sea hounds, and they are moving 3. So this one is going to move towards dust, 1, 2, 3, but doesn't reach him. And all the others are moving 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, but obviously aren't close. And then this card, you can see here at the bottom, it says 3+ players spawn. So we would spawn a new one on here, but we are only 2. So that doesn't take effect now. So now it's Crowback's turn. So Crowback. Gonna get a shield. Oh, I should have. End of dust turn. We have 3 or more shells on our shield, so we get the first one of these 2. Yes, so what should we do with this? I think we might get some movement going, which means we'll go here. So we get 2 movement, 1, 2, and a shield. And then we're not going to use the attack, so we might as well take the spirit. And then we have another 2 movement, 1, 2. So Crowback's pretty close to the spot we need to be. So that's the end of his turn. And that's it, basically. Let me just check I'm doing everything right. Hero and enemy turns. Yep. Clean up, clear line if line, Nexus refresh if you clear the line. We have 3 actions, but we can't do any of those. So we advance the round tracker. So it's round 2. We get another card from our deck. And yeah, that's it. So, new cards. Now the likelihood is Crowback might be able to attack something. So honestly, because I could chain some attacks maybe. Chain 3. I do have a reach of 2 because of my Hookmaster persistent power. All your melee attacks have range 2 and reach, which means that even if I'm next to them, I don't have disadvantage. Yeah, I think I might use press the advantage because I can use spirit to move. 1 spirit gives you 1 move, and then this, each die I roll without a hit gains me 1 spirit. I moved down, but I don't mind being last. Crowback. And then Dust. I could do with staying up because I kind of want to attack that. Maybe want to attack that Sea Hound. Don't need to heal. Fight or flight might be useful here. Sturdy defend. Run. Yeah, I think fight or flight doesn't change initiative. So let's see. So I am. Dust isn't moving. Mud crabs aren't moving. Sea hounds aren't moving, and Crowback is moving down 1. So no change. So it's Dust first. So I could. Oh, first of all, these go into our quantum reservoir. I think I might put it here, you know. So I can move 2. So I will move 2, 1, 2, and now I'm next to that Sea Hound. And then I can do a chained attack with 3 die. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to roll 3. And this Sea Hound has 5 life. Now the only thing is this, figures attacking this enemy lose 1 health for each tide they roll. So this is my mysterious power because I did so well in the first one. Okay, so that is 3 damage. I could use focus, but it would only do 4. So I don't think there's much point of that. So I'll do 3 damage. 1, 2, 3 to number 1. I have rolled a tide, so I have to take 1 damage myself. And yeah, I think that's good. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. So Dust is gone. So the crabs are now moving, and they are moving for 2 again. So this one's going to move towards Crowback, and this one towards Dust. And then the Sea Hounds. So Sea Hound number 1 doesn't need to move, but is attacking for 2. So we just roll their die. Oh, sorry, this one, their die. So we just roll 1 tide. Now that means flat-footed, which is a new thing. So on the bottom of their cards, they have this, which says, has a tide symbol and flat-footed with a 1. What that does is, on our board, we have to put a 1 over the highest move. So it's Tri-Night Parry, which is in the middle. So now that is just a 1 move instead of a 3. And that will stay on there until that card is cleared. And if you can't place one of those, if you don't have any movement on your board, then you take 2 damage. So that's a new thing as well. So that is the Sea Hounds. So they're just doing 2 damage to us, which we don't have any shields. So that's number 1. Number 2 is moving for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3 is moving for 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So is moving towards dust as well. They're all heading towards dust. Yep, so that's the Sea Hounds done. So then Crowback. Crowback has a 3 attack, chained attack. And we are 1, 2, 3 away from that mud crab. So we could get there using Spirit. Oh, actually, we have a 2 range because of our persistent power. So if I go here, I can move 2, 1, 2, and get, oh, that should have gone in there, get a shield. And then I can attack for 3 because I'm in range 2 of that mud crab, but I get an extra die as well because of this. So I'm rolling 3 die. And we do 1, 2, 3 attack on mud crab number 2. 1, 2, 3. I won't use a focus because I can only get an extra 1, so it wouldn't kill it. And I would gain 1 spirit for each die without an attack, but I have 2. Yeah, so that is the end of Crowback's turn. So they should get new cards at the end of their turn. And that is the end of that round. So we move on to round 3. And I feel like with dust, we need to cut, wrong cards. We need to get moving. Because we're going to get surrounded. So I'm thinking swift foot because that moves us up. So there's no chance, very little chance of us not going first. And we can heal for 2. Yeah, I'm going to go swift foot. And then we're not so worried about moving. I've got 2 spirit for crowback. So, movement isn't too bad. Maybe I will do my Elder Blade for attack. I don't want to defend because I want to take damage, really. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Elder Blade. I must remember with Dust that when they roll attack symbols, they take damage, but that didn't happen with that Sea Hound because they just rolled a Tide. I remember they did. Ooh. Okay, so Dust is moving up 2, but just moves up to the 1 spot. The crabs are not moving at all. Sea Hounds are moving up 2, 1, 2. And Crowback is moving down, so he's right down at the bottom. So it's still Dust to go. Now, this is interesting because I could do an attack on that Sea Hound and kill it, which might be useful, actually. And I could still use some spirit because I can gain spirit from my quantum reservoir as well. Maybe could do with some shields. I could go there, but use this one. Yeah, I like that actually. I like that. Okay, so we're going to go here. And so we can move, well, we can attack first. So let's use this attack on that Sea Hound. So it's a 2 attack and we get a shield. And we get 2 more shields from this one. So let's do this 2 attack and see what we do. So we have 1 hit. And if I use my other focus to make this 2, we do 3 damage to that Sea Hound, so it dies. And it dies, and in its place is a 2. Spirit. So they're dead, so we'll pick that 2 up. So we get 2 more spirit, 1, 2. And then we get to move for 2 as well. So we will move 1, 2. And Swiftfoot has a 1 spirit, heal 2. So I will use that once to heal 2. And should I move some more? Mud crabs are moving 3, so that's going to attack me anyway. Everyone's moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, I think I'm going to stay there, but that's the end of our turn, and we don't move any cards off. But we have 3 or more shells on our shield at the end of our turn, so we get that. So we've completed full defense. So we will move up the track for grit. And Precise Blade deal the exact amount of damage needed to defeat an enemy with a melee attack. I didn't do that then because I had more. I had one more than I needed. It was 3 attack. In fact, I could have done it because I could have activated, if we look here, the same die to do 2. So I'm going to change my mind. Because I'm solo playing, I can do that. And I have done flow as well. So that's good. Goals completed. Anything else to do? No, I don't think so. She's got some defense, which is good. She has these 3 shells in her shield section. Okay, so that's the end of Dust's turn. So now the Sea Hounds are moving. And number 1 is dead. So it's number 2 is moving 3. And it's now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to Dust, and 1, 2, 3, 4 to Crowback. Same distance, but they're going to go for highest initiative. So it is going to move towards Dust. 1, 2, 3, but can't reach her. And then number 3 is going to move and definitely move to Dust and attack her for 2. And that is 1 tied, so that's another flat-footed. Ooh. So that now goes on one of these 2, and I guess I can pick which one it goes on. I don't think it really matters. So yeah, limiting our movement. It does 2 damage. 1, 2. And that Sea Hound's done. So then it is Mud Crabs. And number 1 Mud Crab is just going to attack. So it's attacking for 2. And it misses. So this is a double no. A double no, so it misses, doesn't do any damage to Dust. And then this Mud Crab is going to move in to Crowback and attack for 2. Ooh, and does 4. We have 1 shell shield, so that's 1, 1, 2, 3. So it just does 3 damage. And that's the end of the Mud Crab turn. And now it is Crowback. Nice and slow. What shall we do? So I think we might put this here. And we can move on top of this. So we can go on top of this. But because we still have our persistent power Hookmaster, we can do melee attacks with range 2. So we will attack this Mud Crab. We have to lose 2 life, which is fine because we kind of don't mind that. And we're doing a 4 attack. So that's 4 die. And we get to shells. So 4 die on this Mud Crab. It is armored. It has 1 armor. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Oh, because we already attacked it, didn't we? So that is 3. So we kill it. 1, 2, 3. So when it dies, it drops something. And it is 1 spirit. Okay, okay. Is there anything else? We've moved, we've attacked, we've lost life. We've got our 2 shields. Yeah, I think that is it for Crowback. So that is the end of that turn. So we're on to round 4. We need an extra card each. Now, Dust really needs to we need to activate this, I think. So we need to move 1, 2. We just need to move 2. And perhaps attack. We have got Spirit, so we can use that to move. So we don't need Run. So we have our other Persistent Power that's come out. If you roll 4 or more hits on dice in one attack, gain 2 shields. We could just use a Run, maybe. If we had Run, we could play it quite like some shields as well. Sturdy Defender. Yeah, I'm going to use Sturdy Defender because it gives us more, pushes us up. Although that kind of doesn't matter. We kind of can stay the same because we're at the top of the initiative. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Sturdy Defender. And for Crowback, I can attack that Sea Hound. I think Careful Strike. Okie dokie. So, initiative. Dust is moving up but isn't moving anywhere. Sea Hounds don't move. Mud Crabs are going down too. And Crowback is going down, but he can't. So, Dust again. I definitely need to move to the spot. Question is, do I want to attack anyone before I move? Don't need to, so Shell Shields go in here. And I think I'll spend 3 of them to get 1 Spirit and 1 Focus. Sturdy Defender is good because it says at the bottom, if you've taken damage this round, take both actions. So I can do some moving here without using movement. So I think if I place it here, So sturdy defender. So I can attack for 2. So let me attack that. Number 3. I just realized I should have spawned a sea hound. So I will do that. Should spawn here. So it's number 4. So it will have 5 life. Yes, so I'm going to attack number 3 Sea Hound for 2. And I've rolled 2 tides, which is bad with Sea Hounds because I lose 2 life. And I do 1 damage to number 3. Yep, just the 1, not so great. And then I'm going to move 2 using spirit. So 1, 2. So I'm next to the portal. And then, oh, I should have rolled an extra die. Let me see what that would have done. Ah, okay, so that gave me 2 focus. So I'm going to use the focus to do an extra 2 damage to it. So that was number 3. 1, 2. And then if you've taken damage this round, take both actions. So I have taken damage because of the mysterious power, so I can do both of them. So I get 2 spirit and 2 shields. And that's the end of my turn. So, end of turn. If all heroes are on or adjacent to narrative token A at the end of any hero's turn, read section 2.1. So 2.1 is... We're back in sync, Echo Cheers. The Nexus is operational, but I can only estimate the damage that it sustained. We should hurry through the gate while we still have time. Easier said than done, Axel shouts, pointing to a group of bulky mud crabs emerging from the fold gate. So set up map A3. Okay. Move narrative token A near to the barrier to indicate the fold gate's position. Then add mud crabs as shown. If an enemy would be placed into a hex with another figure, place it on the adjacent hex. Okay, so this one is going here. So this is where we've got to get to. And then we are placing 3 new mud crabs. So as you can see here, there are 3 here, and in the bottom it says 4 and 3, but that means that they are mutants. We still place them at 2 players. So we place 1 mud crab here, so that's number 6. So they have 6 life. Then 1 mud crab here. So that is number 2 and has 6 life. And then 1 other mud crab here. So that is number 5 and also has 6 life. And new objective is enter the fold gate. When a hero moves onto the fold gate, remove them from the map and initiative track. They do not take any more actions during the scenario. When all of the active, not knocked out heroes have moved onto the fold gate, read section 2.2. Okay, so it's a dash for the gate now, with lots of mud crabs around. Okie dokie. So that was the end of Dust's turn. We're not clearing anything from there. And now it is the Seahound's turn. So Seahounds are moving 5 and attacking for 2. So we're doing Seahound number 2 first. So it can move 1, 2, hold on. Who's it close to? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely does. 1, 2, 3. So this Seahound is attacking for 2. And it's using the mutant die. And it rolls 2 tide symbols, which don't do anything. So it just attacks for 2. I have 2 shells, so it does no damage. Then number 3 is also attacking, and it doesn't retreat because that wasn't a successful attack. Number 3 is attacking for 2 as well, and rolls another tide symbol. So does 2 attack? 1, 2, so 1 gets through. So it will retreat away. 1, 2, 3. And then number 4 is moving 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we don't spawn anything because that's a 4-player spawn. So Seahounds have gone, so now it's Mud Crab. So Mud Crab number 1 is moving 2. 1, 2. And it is attacking for 3. 4, 5. So oosh, it is doing 5 damage. Just thinking if I could re-roll. I think I'll just take the damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so we get a wound. So we have to place a wound on our section, I think. We'll place it here. And that creature, that mud crab, rolled 2 attacks. So my persistent power, it will lose. So we do a parry, so it loses 2 life. And then number 2 is moving 2. 1, 2. Number 5 is moving 2. 1, 2. And number 6 is moving 2. 1, 2. So they are all lining up. That's the end of Mud Crabs. And now Crowback. So shields move over here. And Yeah, that could work. Yeah, I'm going to put Careful Strike here. So I'll put it here. And I'm going to get 2 shields. And another one. And then I'm going to attack for 4. I still have my range, so I'm going to attack crab number 1 for 4. Woo! And do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to number 1. So only has 4 life, doesn't have any armor, so it dies. And we get fruit there. So, yeah, and I could move. Yeah, I think I'll spend my 2 spirit to move to 1, 2. And that's the end of Crowback's turn. So, end of round, move up, and what are we going to do now? Now I can... I have this spinning hook, which has, if you spend 2 spirit, you can attack an extra person. I think I'm going to take that one. Fancy attacking 2. And then dust. I'm going to pick up that fruit and probably use it straight away. Kind of want to go first. Maybe I should do some running. Run! Okay. So Sea Hounds are moving up 1. That's annoying. So they're going to go first. So I'll just move down 1. Then they're moving up 1, so nothing changes. Then mud crabs are moving down 1. And Crowback is moving down 1, so goes to the end. So it is Sea Hounds first. Ooh, these Sea Hounds. So number 2 is moving 5, but it's not, doesn't need to move at all. It's just attacking for 2. And rolls 1 tide symbol. So it's just doing 2 damage. 1, 2. Oof, dear. And then it will retreat 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled the wrong die. So we're going to spend our quantum reservoir to re-roll that die. Ah, 1, 2. Okay. And then it will retreat 3. 1, 2, 3. And then see how 3 is moving 5 also. 1, 2. And it's going to attack Dust again. Poor old Dust's really getting it. And so it's attacking for 2. And just does 2 damage with 1 tide symbol. So that does nothing, but it knocks her down 1, 2 into her next section, which gives her another wound. I need to get some wound cards out. Oh, both sides. So she gets another wound. So where shall I put this? Here, I guess. Gosh, need some life. And then number 4 is moving 5, and we'll move to Crowback. 1, 2, 3. And we'll attack Crowback for 2. And does 3 damage, but he's got shields. He's clever. So he doesn't take any damage. Although I want him to take damage, ironically. So I guess that wasn't successful. And then we're spawning another crab. So that's number 5. So that is 5. Wow, we've got a lot to get through here. So that is the sea hounds, they've gone. And then it is Dust's turn. So we're going to pick up this fruit and we're going to eat it straight away. So it gives us 2 health. And then let's do some running. Yeah, so I'm going to go here. And I'm going to attack for 2 now. Question is, who do I want to attack? Yeah, I will attack number 3. So we'll attack the number 3 Sea Hound for 2. And we get 2 hits. So that kills number 3. So we get something else here, but we can't pick this up now. So it's 2 spirit, because I've already picked up the fruit. But I tell you what, we get 2 shells, and we can spend 1 spirit to heal 2, so we will. And then we get to move 4. All these mud crabs are going to move, aren't they? And I'd like them to attack. They're moving for 2, so there's only 1. So I'm going to come 1, 2, 3, 4 round here. Yeah, we've got a bit of armor. Okay, so because She has used this. We filled up her tracks. These are going to go into a discard. And we can discard cards from our hand as well when we do this. I'm not so recharge. We kind of just need to keep powering on. So then we draw back to 4. That might be quite useful. Spinning blades, we get to attack 2 enemies. So then it is the mud crabs. So mud crab 2 is moving to 1, 2. Mud crab 5 is moving to 1, 2. And mud crab 6 is moving to and can attack crowback. So attacking for 3. And that is 5, but we have, let me see, do we want to re-roll that? No. So attacking for 5, but it will do 3 damage because of our 2 shields. So 1, 2, 3. So we get, crowback gets a wound. Now once I get my persistent power, which I don't have yet, will be able to use this as an attack, but I don't have it yet. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it on one of my, maybe not that one, that one. I'll put it on one of my defense because I'm not so worried about defense at the moment. I want to stay in this second section to get my stalwart resistance going. Okay, so that mud crab, number 6, has attacked. Doesn't disarm me. So that's the end of the mud crabs. So, crowback. Going to do an attack. And I think it's a great time to do a spinning hook. Oh, now hold on. Yes, I can do this. So I'm going to put spinning hook here. Because with spinning hook, I get 1 spirit. But I'm going to spend 3 of my shells to get 1 spirit and 1 focus. So I use this, so I have 2 spirit. And then I'm going to spend it to attack 2 people, 2 enemies. And I get 1 shield from this. So this is a whole chained attack. So I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. And if we roll dice without attacks, we gain 1 spirit per one of those dice. So 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to get 4 and 6. But the only thing is, tides with the Sea Hound, we will lose life, but that's okay. Okay, so we have rolled 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 times. So we lose 2 life at the moment. I've got another die to roll because I don't have 7 out here. But we will spend 1 focus. How much do we need to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, and number 6 has 6 life, and number 4 has 5. Yeah, so we'll just use 1 of these. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we will kill them all, and then we have another die to roll. Yeah, and that's another 2. So I didn't need to spend that actually, so I'm not going to. So we have 2 ties, which we've taken the damage for, and 7 attack, I think it was. but enough attack to kill them both. So we kill 6 and 4. So we get tokens for both of these. So the Sea Hound is 2 spirit, and the Mud Crab is 1 fruit. So that was a great little attack. Did we roll any without hits? Yes, we rolled 1. So we gain 1 spirit because of that. I think I'm going to pick up the fruit just to... I want to keep in this middle track. So I might be able to use it at some point. So I'll put it there. I can only pick up 1 in each turn. And we have done all of this. So all of these come off. Nice attack there. And we can discard cards if we want to. Again, I think I'll discard my defend, and then we draw up to 4. Also, I want to try and get this card out. Now I can scan. Yeah, I'm going to scan for 1. So that's 1 spirit. So scanning, what you do is you look at 2 cards and then discard 2 cards. So I mean, we've killed a couple of those. It doesn't look so scary now. But I'll discard that recharge. And a run. And hopefully I'll draw my... That must be my other persistent power. So that's a way of getting through your deck. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. So I am in the middle health track. So I have done 1 of those. I have to do 3, and we might not get to 3, but you know, we'll see. So that is the end of Crowback's turn. So end of round. We move to round 6, and let's see what we can do. So Crowback. We have this menacing advance, which is move 2 and spend 1 spirit to move a non-boss enemy 2 spaces. So we could push one of these out of the way. I quite fancy that. We also move up 2 on the initiative track. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then Dust. Oh, Dust. I don't have anything to move up the initiative track, but these Sea Hounds are probably too far away. So I think I'll use Desert Descendant, which is my persistent power. So if I roll 4 or more attacks, I gain 2 shields, which at the moment will be good because I've lost quite a lot of life. Okay, so Sea Hounds and Mud Crabs. Oh, okay, interesting. So the sea hounds are moving down 2, and dust is moving down 1, and the mud crabs are moving up 2, and crowback is moving up 2. So there's very little change, but they're all on the central row now. One big long line. So it is mud crabs, sea hounds going first, and they're moving 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then dust. So definitely wants some shields. It's a shame, really, because I'd love crowback to go first and move these mud crabs for me. But I do have spirit to move. I just want some shields. That's very weak. I could go here. Get 2 shields. Use spirit to move and attack for 2. Yeah, it's not great. Or I could do this. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Oh, sorry. It's my go. So shall I go here or here? I could go there. Just not going to get close to them. I think I'm going to go there, and I'm going to... Oh, I lose all my persistent powers if I do this line. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. So I am getting 2 focus. And two shields. If I move 2, I'm going to get attacked by all these mud crabs. Ooh, and what are they attacking for? 2, and they are armored. And they're moving for 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm just going to stay where I am and not use that. Oh, this is very tricky. Tricky, tricky, tricky. because they have 2 armor, I just can't do much damage to them either. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stay there. Okay, so that is dust. So now the mud crabs are moving. So number 2, purple, is moving 3. 1, 2, 3. And is attacking Crowback for 2. 3, 4. Oof. 1, 2, 3. And then number 5 is moving 3 as well. 1, 2, 3. So can also attack Crowback. Ooh, and there we go. Does just 1 damage. And rolls a tide, but that does nothing. No, that does nothing. Okay, so that's the mud crabs gone. And now it's Crowback. So Crowback can... He's going to pick up this spirit. So he gets 2 spirit. And then I think he's going to go here and do a lot of moving. So he gets 1 block, 1 shield. And then he can spend 2 spirit. And all heroes in 2 range get 1 block, which is dust. And then he can spend another spirit to move a non-boss enemy 2. So he's going to move this crab 1, 2 out that way. And then he can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a die which we can't use. And that's the end of his round. So he's going to get another move on his stalwart resistance. Yes. Yeah. And that's the end of his round. So he's not losing any cards. And he draws up. Yes, and he's got his other power now. So that is the end of the round. So we're on round 7. And we're not going to get more XP. I could have done that. I could have just run. And in a way, maybe I should. But yeah. So Crowback now. I think we'll use Never Say Die, which can be a move or an attack, and it's a persistent power, which is your wounds count as a 2-chain attack. Yeah, I'm going to use that. And with Dust, I want her to get moving, really. So I think I'll use Dash. And then the enemies, we're shuffling their decks. Oops. So those Sea Hounds are moving for 3 and attacking. But moving down. Oh. moving down in initiative. And the crabs also moving down in initiative. So top are the sea hounds, they're moving down 1. Next is Dust, she's moving up 2. Crabs are moving down 1. And Crowback is moving up 1. So Dust is going first. And we could move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't quite make it to the portal. We have to be on it, I think. Yeah, we have to land on it. When a hero moves onto the fold gate. Yes. Okay. So Crowback can go through now, but she can't. And if I stay around in this central one, I will get one of my goals done. So I think, and Mudcrabs are only moving 2, so they're not going to reach us. So let's take out this Sea Hound that is here. So Crowback can attack that to maybe kill it this turn. So I'm going to dash. So those go into a quantum reservoir. And then I can change these around. So I'm going to get my 2 shields from here. And then I can move for 5. And I get, doesn't matter, another one into a quantum reservoir. So I'll move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that good? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm away from the mud crabs. Don't really want to get attacked. Or does it matter? 1, 2. Only 1 mud crab could attack me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've got 2 shields. Yeah, so that's the end of Dust's turn. And now it's Crowback. She draws up to 4. So Crowback is going to attack this. Yeah, I don't need to move because I'm in range 2 of this. So I'm going to put Never Say Die here. And so I can attack for 4. But this wound, as Never Say Die says, your wounds count as attack 2 chain. So this wound is now attack 2 chain. So I can attack 6 dice on this Sea Hound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, if I roll tides, I will lose life. Yeah. Okay, I only rolled 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I rolled 3. Yeah, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number 5 dies. And then I lose 3 life. 1, 2, 3. Because of the tide symbols and the mysterious power. But I will use this fruit to get 2 life back. So we destroyed that. So get a focus. And And I should get another wound actually because I went down. So I'll put it here. And that is the end of my turn. So I am in the middle health track. So I've completed redemption, which is good. And now the Sea Hound. Oh, but I did do this. So these come off. So I've lost all my powers, which isn't good. But I only need to move next round. So I can actually discard things I don't want. So I'll discard those two because they don't have movement. So I draw up to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Sea Hounds moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Mud crabs are moving 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2. So this mud crab is going to attack for 3 on Dust and does 5 damage. We have 2 shells, so it's down to 3. 1, 2, 3. But that's fine because we've already got the wound from that, so we don't take any more wounds. And that is the end of the round. So now we just want to get there. So I need to move 4, and that can move Crow back up as well. So that's perfect. Yep. And then 4. That is not good, but we do have 5 movement there. So I think that's fine. So we'll do no. I tell you what, I'm going to spend a focus to scan for 2. So 1, 2, and I will keep that swift foot. So I just need to discard 2 others. So Surge Strike and Spinning Blades, and I'll use Swift Foot to make sure that I go first for Dust. And then, so Dust is moving up 2. Crowback will also move up 1. Sea Hounds, Mud Crabs are moving down. So Dust is going first. So we will go here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she is through. And then it's Crowback's turn. And we'll go here. So we're doing 6 move. 1, 2, 3. And we go through. Woohoo! We've done it. Okay. I will just be a second. We'll finish up. I'll be back in 20 seconds. Hello. Okay. So we have I think we've completed it. we're off the map, aren't we? So narrow escape. You drag your injured teammates through the fold gate. The creatures seethe and grind to a halt, unwilling to follow you into the strange, glistening world ahead. Scenario bonus, you made it inside the fold. All heroes gain 4 XP and 2 fame. So let us look. So 4 XP and 2 fame. So we're now up to 7 XP, 7 XP, and fame is here, 1, 2, so that's gain 1 XP, so up to 8, and 1, 2, so we're both up to 8 XP. 7 XP and 2 fame. Yeah. Gain a bonus or a penalty based on the round you finished. So 8 or less. So yeah, we finished on 8, I think. So we get an extra 1. So that's 9. Yeah, so they've got 9. 9. 9. And then upgrades. Give each player the 3 cards for their hero, marked with a starting initial 15 to 17. So it might be these. Just gotta find the cards. No, not those. I got rid of the insert for the game because I didn't like it. But what it meant was I had to bag up all the cards, which isn't ideal. Where are they? Must be here somewhere. Maybe they are in here. These are the ones I just looked at. Ah, no, here we go. 15 to 17. No, not those ones. Okay, got them. So each hero may spend XP by adjusting the total on their hero sheet to add up to those two of the cards to their hero's deck. The XP cost is shown next to the XP sign on each card. Place unused collected cards into a permanent discard bag in the game box. Ah, okay. Up to 2 of these cards. Okay, so okay, so there are interesting cards here that have basically we have one that says sword throw, so it's a 2 attack but a 4 range, and we can place disarm on this card, or spend 1 spirit. This attack gains chain, so that's interesting in terms of if you haven't got any spirit, you can use it, but then it becomes weaker. And we have rehearse sequence, which is a 2 chain attack, but if you spend spirit or put disarm on it, this attack gains +2 dice. And then there's a 3 move and shell shield, and you place a 1 move on this. This move gains +3 and then place the thing on the card. So yeah, they have I like the idea of having a sword throw, so having some range. I think that's pretty good. And neither of my characters have, I mean, Kroback has range, but very limited. So that kind of feels like a good thing. And if I spend 1 spirit, I make it into a chained attack, so I can do lots of range damage. And movement, more movement, or better attack. I think better attack, so I'm going to do rehearse sequence. So this card kind of goes out of the game, so I think I'll put it up there for now. And then Kroback has group tactics, so a 3 attack and a spirit. Your attack gains +1, so another can attack someone else if at least 1 hero shares your initiative level. Less useful with less characters. On Wavering Path, 2 spirits, you may lose 1 life to move 2. Well, that's quite good with the wounds thing, maybe. So probably that one. And slow or steady. 2 move or 2 chain attack. If you attack with this card, gain 1 focus. If you move with this card, heal 2. Ooh, yeah. So definitely that one going out, and I'll keep those 2. So I'm spending 6. So I'll rub all this out later. So we're down to 3. So those cards are now in our decks as well. So we will start with those cards. And then each hero may spend end of scenario. So we go through the end of scenario. Reference. So again, the scenario was mark fruit, XP, and wounds on your hero sheet. Yes, so we both got 2 wounds. So we'll mark those. We didn't have any fruit. XP, we've done goals. Choose one completed goal and advance its path 3 spaces. So Dust completed both. So if you complete a second goal, advance its path 1 space. So the question is, what do we want to do? And Flow and Grit. So I have these explanation cards. And for Dust, on the path of Flow, Dust will gain access to abilities to let her manipulate the cards on her Nexus grid, reward her for chaining attacks, and battle more efficiently. And Grit, on the path of Grit, Dust will unlock abilities that deal significant damage, give strong rewards but with a cost, and reward her for getting into the thick of combat. I feel like because Crowback feels more sort of like tank-y, like he's good at doing big attacks. I think if we go down the path of Flow first and see how that goes. So we go 3 spaces on Flow and 1 on Grit because she completed both. And we don't get anything for that yet, but we're 1 away from getting a new card. So that's good. And Crowback doesn't have a choice. He just did Stalwart Resistance. So that is Redemption. So he gets to move up 3 on Redemption. And so he's also 1 away from the card. Items we don't have. Difficulty modifier. Note the difficulty modifier on your hero sheet for the next scenario. So the difficulty modifier, mysterious power or Citadel aid, depending on the number of wounds gained. So we got 4 wounds this time. That's right, isn't it? Yes, 4 wounds. So 4 more wounds or fail, we get a Citadel aid. So next time, instead of having this card which didn't help us, we will get a Citadel aid, which won't be this one, but we'll choose another random one from the deck. So yeah, so that's what we will be doing next time. And I don't think there's anything more. So there we go. We've got new cards. We're getting close to getting new things on the paths. No new skills or anything like that. But we will, these sections let us mark off things on our skills so we can keep more power cards, which we don't need at the moment because we don't have any more. And there will be something new added to the next scenario, I am guessing. So there we go. So that is the second chapter of Tidal Blades 2. And I will play chapter 3 very, very soon. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next live stream or video. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.